Hey, what's up, guys? Today's gonna be more of a chill video. We're not going out anywhere. We're just gonna talk about why you should collect for the Xbox One. We're gonna talk about my reasons and why I think you guys should start, as well as showing off some cheap Xbox One games I picked up within the last 2 weeks. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let me know down below, what console do you like collecting for the most? I think that you should start collecting for Xbox One because it is getting cheap. Yeah, you should want attention. The Xbox One is 11, almost 12 years old now. And with that, the games are getting really cheap. It's about to bottom out. And I feel like soon it's going to start going up in prices for certain Xbox games. I know that older sports titles for Xbox One is starting to get a bit up in price. So that's just an example of that. Secondly, Xbox One is still online. You're still able to play all these games online with other people if you choose to do so. Now, I don't like the idea of buying a subscription in order to play games with people, so I'm not going to do that. I'm mostly just going to collect single player games and games that I'm able to play by myself or with friends that I have over. But just being able to access online, I mean, that's still very important. You can watch YouTube on your Xbox still, you can do all that. And most importantly, it's just that opportunity of being able to still do stuff. I mean, Black Ops 6 was released for the PS4 and Xbox One. Like, that is a game that I will eventually get in my collection for my Xbox One, which is insane. Actually, now I think about it, it's not too crazy. Black Ops 3 was on the 360, so. Next, the Xbox One has over 2,000 games that you're able to choose from. Now, it's not as big as the PlayStation 4's 3,000 plus games, but it's still a very big selection, and you're still able to find a lot of games really cheap, especially sports titles and a bunch of other those titles. They made a lot of them. No matter like what store you go to, you're probably gonna find some Xbox One games. A lot of them are very still enjoyable experiences. Lastly, we gotta talk about the Xbox One exclusives. We have stuff like Halo, Forza, we have those basic Xbox One exclusives, but if you really like the exclusives, I would honestly suggest right now you should start collecting them. Right now, before all the prices go up and before Xbox Ones actually start biting the dust and having issues, this is the perfect time to get those Xbox One exclusives that you guys have been looking for. But anyways, now that we're over that, let's talk about the games that I got over these last 2 weeks for my Xbox One collection. Now, I had a few games before, but GameStop was still having their Black Friday sales all the way up until December 2nd. So on the 2nd, I just decided to get a bunch of games because why not? Let's go through them. Let's talk about what we got. And yeah, their deal for Black Friday was buy two, get one free. So I'm going to tell you guys the price of each of these stacks of games because I'm going to do the math afterwards and you'll see it in like the text and whatnot. So it wouldn't be an issue. But this first stack of games that I got this for $12.10. As you can tell, two of them are steelbooks. I really love steelbooks. I think they are so cool. And I mean, why not? Why wouldn't I add them to my collection? They look so cool and they protect your games better. But the three games that I got was Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and Borderlands 3. All three of these games are complete in box. And I mean, it's really cool. I've wanted to get into the Assassin's Creed games a bunch, and I never really had the opportunity to. So I feel like getting a game for my Xbox One is the opportunity for me to get an experience, and I heard good things about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Next up, we have Black Ops 4. I mostly just got this for the steelbook. I mean, I think it looks amazing, but just because of the fact that it was like, what, $12 for these three games, so on average, like $4 and something per game, that's pretty nice. I like that. And lastly, we got Borderlands 3. I mostly just got this because I have Borderlands 2 on my PC, and I really wanted to experience the next Borderlands game, and what better way to get a steelbook that was available at GameStop, and it just looks amazing. I love the roses on this case. The case is a little beat up. There's a couple dinks and dents here and there, but oh well, it's a pre-owned game. I know what to expect. We have this next stack of games right here that's costing me $8.06. First up, we have Watch Dogs 2. I've never really played Watch Dogs. I know I have the first one on Steam, but I haven't played it yet, and it's something that I think could be really fun to play. I know it is single player and could have some online connectability to play with like other people, but I'm really not too worried about that. I really enjoy Sleeping Dogs, and they do have a bit of a hacking aspect into it, so I feel like that's something that really pulls me into wanting to play Watch Dogs. Next up, we have Thief. I don't really know much about this game. I do have the classic ones on my PC for like benchmarking and whatnot, but I haven't really gotten this version. It looks kind of like a third person, like shadow slash sneak type of game, which seems really neat. And lastly, for this deck, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This is another steelbook. I don't know. I really wanted to get all the steelbooks that I could find, and they had 3, so I got all 3. This one's pretty neat. It doesn't have a manual, unfortunately, but it's a steelbook, and it was like, I think they had it listed for like $4.99 before I got all these deals and took a bit off my order and whatnot, so it was really nice. I really liked this. This next deck of games cost me $5.63. First game we have is Recore. It's not in the original like case or anything, nor does it even have a manual, so it is just disc only. But this is made by the same studio who made Metroid Prime, and it also is an Xbox One exclusive. It's a robot party building game which has a single player campaign, and I think it's just really cool. I think that robot aspect of, building your team and being able to play alongside, different kinds. It's not the typical first person shooter. I want to explore more stuff like that. And so I think this one was really cool, and it was just, on the cheaper end. The next game that we have up in this stack is Shadow of Mordor. Just like the last one, this one's not really in the original case or anything, but it does have the manual. And I remember growing up watching my brother play this game. I know there's another Middle-earth game. I can't really remember the name of it right now. But I remember watching my brother playing this one and that other one. And this one is the one that I remember and really caught my eye. I'm pretty sure there's something like with having to use an ability and like seeing stuff. I don't know. I just know that it was really cool to watch him play it. And this is something that I really want to try. Lastly, for this pile, we have Rage 2. This one is complete in box. I think that being able to mix more of like a shooter game with a racing game, I think that's cool. Like I have Mad Max on my PC, and I think that's pretty fun. So that's something that like I really want to get into, and I just really like post-apocalyptic games. Like I love Fallout. I play that all the time, and being able to play more games like that would just be pretty cool. This next deck of games I got for $2.41. First game that we have is Titanfall 2. This game is complete in box, and just like Shadow of Mordor, I remember watching my brother play the first one. I don't remember watching him play this one, but I know that there's a campaign, not just multiplayer. So this is just something that I really wanted to try, and if I really liked this enough, I'll end up getting the first one as well. The next game that we got is Star Wars Battlefront. I kind of just got this because it was just dirt cheap. There's no manual, but I don't know. I've never really been a fan of Star Wars games. I just started playing Jedi Survivor, which seems pretty cool. This is more of like a shooter one, I believe. I really don't know. I'll have to experience this, and it was cheap enough for me to not really care about like wasting money if I don't like it, so why not? And the last game that we got for all of the like Black Friday sales and whatnot is Madden 20. I already have this game. It is complete in box. It was just, like I said, with Star Wars, it was just so cheap that I just couldn't really care about getting a duplicate. Either I'm going to give my other one away to one of my friends, or I'm going to sell it. So, oh well. This one was really cheap, and I really think that it's in really good condition. Like, I don't really see like a scratch or any damage on the case anywhere. So I'm definitely going to keep this one for my collection. And those are all the games that I got for Black Friday, like for that sale that ended on the 2nd. I did end up getting another game from GameStop about, I'd say like a week ago. It was NBA 2K22. Now this is for the Series X, meaning that I cannot play it, unfortunately. But it was so cheap. I believe I paid 87 cents for this. It was so cheap that I just couldn't care. I could not care that I couldn't play it, and it'll be good for my collection. Maybe I'll have someone who likes basketball games for their Series X, and I'll just be like, hey man, here you go. You never know, so it's something. And then I ended up going to Kickback just a few days ago. I was looking for Xbox 360 games for my friend, but I ended up finding a few Xbox One games, so I grabbed them. First game we grabbed was Madden 18. This is complete in box, and this is one of the Madden games I don't own for my Xbox One. Before I started collecting, I really liked the franchises that I did like, and so I really wanted to have all of those. So I had every Fallout game for the Xbox One, as well as almost every Madden. But then I ended up losing a lot of those games with moving and whatnot, and I ended up going to college and whatnot, so it's just, I don't really know where they are. So this is one of the games that I ended up not having, so I ended up getting it just because, why not? This is one of the Maddens that uses the Frostbite engine, which I'm pretty sure is the same engine that Battlefield uses, so that's kind of funny. The last game that I ended up getting was Madden 15. I actually do have this one in my collection, but I don't have it's just the disc only. There's no case, no artwork, no manual, nothing. This is complete in box, so I feel like I'm definitely going to put this in my collection over that one. I'll probably sell that one or give it to a friend, like I said with the NBA 2K one and the other Madden one. I'll figure out something to do with them, but I just wanted a better one for my collection. Both of those Madden games were $1 each, which was pretty good deal. I know they're worth about $4 or $5 each. I just like saving money. Like, that's the biggest thing. I love collecting games, but I love saving money even more than that. Like, when I see that, like, I buy a bunch of games and they're worth more than what I bought them for, it's like, I did good. I did very good. In total, we spent $32.07 for 15 games, which is not a bad price whatsoever. In itself, is meaning like I got 15 games for $30. For $70, you can probably find a base Xbox One locally, maybe even on eBay. Like for $100, you could have an Xbox One collection just from that. The total price charting value for all these games were $85.86, meaning we almost tripled how much we paid for it. Which is pretty crazy. I didn't really expect to do any of that. I just expected to get some good deals. I didn't expect them to be anything crazy, but here we are. Let me know down below in the comments, what Xbox One exclusives do you guys like? I'm personally a big fan of the old Halos, like Halo 2, Halo Reach. I'm a big fan of those. I remember growing up on those, so I remember playing those in like the original Xbox and whatnot at my cousin's house growing up, so those are good memories. But yeah, let me know down below, what are your guys' favorites? But this is all I have for you guys today. If you guys like this video, hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys later.